Peggy 18.
Fear developer Monolith is tackling a different type of horror this October, putting aside its history with intense FPS action and creepy little girls in an attempt to deliver satisfying swordplay with elves and orcs through Middle-earth. The studio is looking to finally lift the curse that has fallen over the Lord of the Rings franchise. For whatever reason, Warner has had as hard of a time building an enjoyable installment into the fantasy series as Sega's had with Aliens. We've often suspected that this is down to developers feeling beholden to a legacy, pressured to introducing fan-favourite characters or letting us be part of classic storylines. Instead, Monolith is taking Shadows of Mordor in an entirely new direction. Set in between The Hobbit and Fellowship of the Ring, it sees Talion, the playable protagonist, seeking revenge after his family was murdered by Sauron's armies. Talion also died, but in classic video game fashion, he's been banished from death. Not being able to die would certainly suck, but it is a helpful tool when wanting to head out on a murderous rampage. Every time he meets the edge of a blade, he respawns back in an ancient temple, with the task of avenging his family starting all over again. This is allowing Monolith to experiment with some emergent AI like we've never seen before. Enemies that best you in battle will grow in power and notoriety, and you'll even see the pesky orcs that best you in battle commanding armies throughout Mordor. Of course, your notoriety increases as well. The more you impact Sauron's return to power, the harder he will rally his forces against you. Thankfully, this whole death respawn cycle has granted you Wraith-like powers, which are not only great for taking on large amounts of enemies, but are also a great opportunity for Monolith to showcase its next-gen engine and its shiny particle effects. Combat should feel familiar to any of you that have played an Assassin's Creed or Batman Arkham game in the last decade. Moment-to-moment gameplay hinges on a delicate mix between the two, letting you stealth assassinate your way into camps or simply running with sword drawn high. The combat system itself relies on blocking and counter-attacking, and looking for that viable window of opportunity is the only way to avoid hurtling back to that ancient temple. This does of course bring about its own set of problems. Shadows will need to set itself apart from the pack in the congested October release window. Going head to head with Batman Arkham Knight and Assassin's Creed Unity could be seen by some as madness, but if it finds an interesting way of presenting the systems and mechanics we've become oh so familiar with, Monolith could be onto a winner.